Hey, me, Callie Carroll. Good morning, sunshine.
Morning, sunshine. Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, good morning, sunshines. Daily dose of perspective.
Good morning, sweet baby sunshines. Good morning, sunshines. Let's get started.
Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here, daily dose of perspective, and we're going to work the balance beam today. It's not going to be about gymnastics, and I'm not going to be trying to coach you or school you on doing the balance beam because that's ridiculous because it's a 4-inch stick, 4 feet in the air, which nobody really wants to try to do stunts on. So we're just going to use it as a little bit of an analogy in our lives. And this came about just recently. It's a consistent conversation over the last 20 years of my life, but it came about recently because I was over at a friend's house and there's this like super cool like little snowboard thing, and it's got like both ends like lipped up, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like, is this like some sort of, like, I'm thinking like it's like a board for like out on the mountain, but then I realized there's this one little strip of flexible material connected to both sides. And my friend's just like, oh yeah, that's my balance board. I'm really just working on my health in terms of my functionality for life. I don't know if you guys are there yet, but I've worked out for the mindset before. Like, I'm like because I had to win, because I had to, because my mindset was maybe a little jacked up. I've worked out in the past for a certain physique, a certain level, a certain, goal accomplishment. Now I'm just like, can my body function? Like, can I just balance? Can I just work towards being healthy in my body and being? You guys ever change like that? Anyways, that's a different daily dose of perspective. You get 2 for 1 today. Okay, so he's talking about how he has this just so that he doesn't fall over as he goes through life, right? So like, as the more balance we have, the more integrity we can maintain throughout our core and our body, the better that we're going to be able to move through life. So as we're doing it, he's helping his wife get on this like little balance thing, and for me a little bit easier as a gymnast. But she goes on and she's like this, and he's like, no, 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 you're looking the wrong spot. You gotta look out here, because if you look down, you're going to go down. And it started this full conversation, and I just like took it back to my gymnastics years and was explaining how crooked is this, you guys? If you're not like actually watching today, oh, you're welcome. You probably don't want to be. How as a gymnast, when we were on our little 4 foot stick up 4 feet in the air and we were doing mad tricks, the main thing is we never looked down. You always looked at the end of the beam, which was so weird because that could be up to like, I don't know what it is, like 13 feet. Is it even that long? 10 feet away from you. And you're doing all this stuff down below you. And you're not even looking there on this little thing. You just expect your body to arrive in the right position because you're looking where you want to go. And this analogy takes us right to your life and where your focus is and where you're looking at in your life, and how it doesn't matter if you're trying to do a specific trick. When you look the wrong direction, you are going to go that direction. And it's such an important reminder for us to acknowledge that our thoughts and where we choose to spend our focus is completely molding the things that continue to show up in our lives. For some of you guys, a different analogy would make sense. Like, they were talking about dirt biking, right? Like, so if you're riding a bike of any sort, you know to look in which direction you're going, because the second you hit the road and you look down, innately your body is it's tumbling, like you're toast, right? And you could take all sorts of athletes in this same example and they would acknowledge the same to be true. So with your world, if it's true in that mindset, mind frame, situation, scenario, that your body and your motions are going to follow where your vision is at, the horizon, wherever your eyes are, you look at how the same is true for your world. And right now, it'd be great for you to reflect upon where you've been looking. Where have you been focusing your attention? And then piece together and acknowledge, and you might not want to do this because especially if things aren't going well right now, you might want to like see how, wow, things do keep occurring that lead me in that direction. Let's just give you like the negative example, because I think this is where it's really going to hit people, right? Where you're like, shit just keeps going wrong for me, right? Like I'm looking out here, I'm looking out there, and all I see is this massive, come on, is this massive pile of caca that is my life right now, where it just seems like everything is just just challenging. Like, why is it all going wrong? And you're so honed in on what's not going right and what isn't making you happy and what is sucking and all of the negative. And as you focus out there on the negative side, your body, your whole lean in is going towards that area. You are going to go the direction that you're looking. And then you're just like, why isn't anything positive happening to me? It's all happening to them. Like, they're over there. I know that there's this other positive side, but you're not looking at that positive side. You're looking over here. And as long as you continue to focus your attention on all of the negative and things that you don't want in your life, you're going to keep proving to yourself. It's going to keep showing up, showing up, showing up. All the different things that are going to support that focus that you have. Now, let's just say you are focused over there, but you're like, it's not really like, I don't like wake up every morning like, man, I hope my life's a piece of shit today. You wake up and you're like, my life is a piece of shit. So then it is a piece of shit, because when you say it is because you think it is, and that's what becomes. Anyways, so you might not want that. So you get to move your focus, just like on the balance beam, when I'm going one direction, right? And I'm making sure, even though I'm about to do like the skill where I'm flipping in the air and I don't have hands on the beam, and you're landing on this little stick, and then you're looking exactly where you want to be. I have the ability to pivot. And as I pivot, I get to look a complete different direction and start moving my full energy, body movements, and life towards that. You can pivot anytime. I'm here to tell you today that you can pivot anytime in your focus. And again, when your brain's been trained to look over here over and over again, everything's going to take practice in becoming, in deciding, in evolving. Evolving isn't right? But you can decide right now that that is not the focus that I want. I want to focus on the positive. I want to focus on progress. I want to focus on creating my ultimate life. I want to focus on positive relationships and friendships. And then you do the work, which are all the things we talk about consistently. We talk about gratitude. We talk about creating habits. We talk about morphing our mindset and stepping into that. So it is possible for you. Today's daily dose, though, even though you got a little double in the beginning there, is all about making sure that you acknowledge wherever your focus is, you're going to go. So if you're looking down the wrong path, you're going to face plant right into that pile of shit. Okay. Love you guys. Glad I could be here with you today. Don't forget, consistency reveals miracles. Bye.
Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share with your friends. Guys, that's how we impact more lives. All right.